Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Be careful driving.
All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back. Remember that old song? Remember that
Come
old?
on now.
Back up. We're gonna come back
Welcome
up.
back.
Back.
I'm
Welcome
telling your
back.
age now.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, I
Man,
hadn't heard that. That's
I
an old
know it
70s
is.
one,
It
70s
is.
song.
I
That's
knew I
the
would get
70s
everybody.
one. You got us on that one, Malcolm. You got us on that one.
No, but there's a new show that has
Oh,
that.
hold on. We got Pippi
Um,
Longstocking, huh?
Huh?
Miss Joyce Pippi Longstocking today?
I am. I'm showing a little bit of my native heritage here right
oh
now.
my goodness.
Okay, all right. Bring out a little bit of native heritage right now. Yeah.
All right. You're not gonna do the Indian squaw house.
No, I ain't gonna do that one. I ain't got that. I ain't learned that one yet. My ancestors didn't learn me that part. I can do the medicines now for you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I got that. I can do the
That's what
medication
I
for
need.
you.
Y'all go
From the
ahead.
earth.
Y'all go ahead and introduce yourself as I put your flyer on the
All
page right there.
right, all right. Good evening, and thank you all for tuning in with us tonight here on Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails on Real Talk Radio 100. You can check us out live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you have any questions, please contact us here at the station at 832-560-2885. Please like and share the program with your family and friends so that they too can learn how to be their own bank and save money.
Money, 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 money.
Money, 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 money. So tonight, hey, voice, okay? I don't know. It's a weather. So that's my co-host, y'all. Thank you. Come on, girl, give it. Did you hit somebody?
No, that's this table.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So tonight, myself, I'm Joyce Pinchback Schofield, and my co-host Kimberly Hutchinson, and my fabulous panelists, Veronica Haley and Barbara Calvert. We're here, and we're going to educate you on annuities tonight, so that you can become knowledgeable of the different types of annuities and the difference between an annuity and a 401k in retirement, right? So that you can decide the best way to turn your assets into income.
Right.
Okay. So what y'all need to do out there, if you're watching us tonight, grab your favorite beverage, whether that's a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, tea, a bottle of water, while we talk coverage over what, ladies?
Cocktails.
Cocktails. Hey. Friday. Okay, Kim, you can take it from here. Ooh.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Hutchinson, all the way from Palestine, Texas, in the house via satellite Zoom. But listen, we want you to be educated. We want you to be knowledgeable, and we want you to do better with your money in 2024. That's right. We want to do better with our money in 2024. We want to invest. We want you to invest in yourself, invest in your family, invest in your dreams. Whatever it is that you want to come true, guess what? You can make it happen, Captain, for yourself. Okay? Right. And we're going to give you some tools that you can use so that can happen.
Right. So in order for us to do better, we got to know better. So that's why we're here tonight.
That's right.
You on how to best prepare for your future and your retirement. As you know, we age, we get older. We women, we age like a glass of wine. You know,
Fine
wine and everything.
I know that.
So you need to know how to, how to be able to continue to live. In the moment, if you want to, even if you're 70 years old, you got that retirement, you got an income coming in. So therefore your way of standard way of living doesn't change. So that's what we're here tonight to do.
Okay. All right. I'm Barbara Calvert. I'm out of Missouri City, Texas, by way of Arkansas, of course. I'm really happy to be back here with the panelists and my co-hosts Joyce and Veronica, Kim, and Denise when she eventually gets on. But yeah, once again, we're here to talk about annuities and just to get everybody a little bit more knowledgeable on, how you can move into your retirement gracefully.
All right, Veronica, let's hear from you.
She is not connected for some reason. I don't know
She,
what
she went
happened.
off. Okay, she'll probably come back in. So,
Mhm.
a lot of times we have funds that we don't know how to manage them per se, or actually say take care of them.
Mhm.
So when we're working for the what would you call it, the government system, or the state, for instance, the state of Texas, and each state has their own. We have what we call a 401k. We have those 401ks sitting there. They're built, we have money being put into them. It's being matched, but nobody knows how, the best way to make sure they don't lose that money.
Right, absolutely.
So, so Barbara, what do you take on it? Kim, what is your take on the 401ks?
Veronica's back.
Oh, well, let's hear from Veronica. Hey, Veronica, you're
Veronica.
back. You're back.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
I was waiting to be let back in.
All right. Okay. Well, so just introduce yourself for us.
I am Veronica Haley from Houston, Texas. I'm actually in San Antonio, Texas today. From Acres Home, I am. Oh, I can't do this table.
They were fighting tonight down there in San Antonio.
It's not actually together, but yeah. So I am one of the agents that we want. Our mission is to make coverage contagious, and that's not just for the life insurance. That's also to help people to understand what it means to be your own bank. So tonight, that's our mission, to share with everyone about annuities and how you can be your own bank.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, Barbara. Let's
Okay.
let you take some of this here.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, we're in an age where everybody wants to save money, and a lot of people out there have money that they're sitting on, as far as their 401ks and 403bs if you're a teacher or an educator, and we're just want to let you know how you can move that money over without being taxed or penalized, so that money can grow for you. And that can be in the form of an annuity. And of course there's the IULs that you can also move into.
Mhm.
But we're speaking of annuities. And annuities, when you think about it, most people think of something that's really difficult, um, or something that you really don't understand. But it's basically a lump sum of money that's your own money that you can roll over from your 401k or 403b, so that you won't be penalized or taxed on that money.
Mhm.
Because if there's, for some reason, you need to use some of that money, and usually the 401k, the annuities, they're set for a certain amount of time. So if you're taking that money out of either your 401k or the annuity, there are penalties to that. So we have free consultations. You can call us, and we can sit with you and talk to you, go over your assets, and how you can actually move that money over without being taxed or penalized for it.
Where can they reach y'all at, Barbara?
Well, I can be reached. You can call the station, and I can be reached at 346-243-4011. And everybody has their individual numbers.
Um,
Joyce?
yeah, my number is 281-814-7332. Kimberly.
My number is 903-724-8451.
Veronica.
My phone number is 832-655-1698.
And if you're watching the show, Malcolm has posted our flyer with our numbers, as well as our names and our pictures up there. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to call us. If you have questions tonight, feel free to call into the station. And the number at the station here is 832-560-2885. 2885. And if you maybe you have family members out there, let them know that we are on the program and we are discussing annuities, 401ks and 403bs, and maybe they have questions that they need answers to that we can help them with as well. So like and share the program, call up your family and your friends, and let them know that us ladies are on here having a glass of wine while we talk coverage over cocktails.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is our Friday night thing, guys. So I know a lot of people want to know what is the most common annuity. Kim, can you elaborate on that one for us? Miss Kim, Mama Kim.
I'm here.
Okay, so you're driving, right, Kim?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you just jump in
whenever
you. Yeah, be careful driving. Just jump in whatever you need to or can, and everything.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of times people want to know what is the most common type of annuity, and I always say lifetime annuities are the most popular annuities because they guarantee you will not outlive the income that the annuity provides. Even if the total of the payments you receive exceeds the value of the annuity, you'll continue to receive payments as long as you live. So that's something I know I like. I like the fact that even if I turn 110, I'm still gonna get some kind of payment.
Right.
Because me out here spending. We as we get older, we have a tendency that we think we need more, but we really don't need more because over the period of us being younger, we pretty much accumulate everything we're gonna accumulate, especially for our house. But as women, we can always find something to add to the home.
That is true.
We always find something to buy. Like I need a new coffee pot. So that's like my husband probably like, well, you get a new coffee pot. I'm like, well, I haven't found a coffee pot yet. I want to find a better coffee pot. So he's like, I know that. So I want all this extra stuff on my coffee pot.
Right.
Like the cappuccino maker and my frappuccino maker and all that good stuff. So, that's something that we want to think about. What is the best type of annuity for us? Do you want something you can use now? You don't have anything for later, or you want something that's going to continue to pay you as you grow from 60 to 80?
Yes, because like our age range, Joyce, we're baby boomers, so we're at that point where we if you have a certain amount of money, you set that money aside, and if you put it into an annuity, you do have to wait a certain amount of time, in order to withdraw that money so that it won't be you won't be hurt, it won't penalize you. And as it's growing, you're not going to lose any of that money, of course, unless you take it out at the wrong time.
Right.
But it'll continue to grow. And normally when you have an annuity, you put it in for at least 3 years. 5 years is really good, so that you can make sure that you have an adequate amount for yourself. But it just depends on your age,
and that's without touching it, not trying to. But my grandmother used to say, penny pinching. There you go.
There you
go. We don't want to be penny pinching off of it, to the point where you end up having nothing.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. So when they get down to their annuity, they think they have all this money, but not realizing that, hey, I've actually gone into that money. I've used that money over a period of the 3 years. So then when it comes to 3 years and wanting to get big money out, there's nothing there for them.
Yeah. But that's where the penalties and all those fees come in if you're taking it out too soon.
Right. Right. So Veronica, what's your take on the annuities?
Well, to me, like annuities, have definitely taken the place of like pensions. Back in the days, people had the ability to work a job for so long, and then when they retired or spend at least 5 years there, they earned a pension that they can use for as a supplemental income. Well, now pensions are if they do exist, they're slim to none because they start weaning them out, and they start trying to get people to do more of the 401k, the 401b. So all of these different retirement plans, and from researching, you learn that these codes are nothing but tax codes.
Right, absolutely.
So
realize that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. So then to be able to have something such as an annuity, it gives them, a better possibility of having an income that, that they can have until, they decide, until God calls them home, right?
Mhm.
Right.
It gives them more of a, they can sleep better at night knowing, okay, well, if when I retire in 10 years, I still have income because I have this money in annuity that's going to pay me a fixed amount every month. Or if they need to, if, depending on how much they have in there and how long it's been in there, they can pull it out as a lump sum. So it's just giving them more of a protection. It enabled them to become their own bank to where they have this protection.
True,
Mhm.
true. So, one of the things that, we always suggest when we're talking, to individuals, we want to educate them about, doing that financial analysis as to figuring out where they are
Mhm.
in the budget that they have available to get a really good annuity. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we always say, hey, make sure that, you weigh the pros and cons and the cost of the investment that you want to invest in the annuity.
Mhm.
Because you don't want something that's not right for you. You want to make sure whatever it is that you're getting, it's right for you. It's the right type of annuity. It's the right amount of money that you want to be able to put into that annuity
Right.
to make sure you're able to sustain your living
Mhm.
as you grow older.
And especially for seniors, there's a rule in place. It's called the rule of 72. I think they
Right.
want to make
Mhm.
sure that they're
Mhm.
not putting in more than 72% of
Right.
their income, so that they can have that money set aside for needs,
Right.
things that they need,
Right.
their daily living and things like that.
Right. Because I
Yeah,
tell you,
it basically is a dependable future income.
Yes.
right, right. Because a lot of times, you get there, we get to be 72, and people think that their Social Security is gonna be what they're able to do. You can't live off
You
of Social
cannot.
Security
Mm-hmm.
for the amount of money
Mhm.
that they give you per month. That's just not enough.
Yeah, with the cost of living, the way
Ooh,
things are, it's
food,
not enough.
food alone.
Oh
Right.
yeah, we used to be able to go to the grocery store, spend $200, and have quite a bit of food for your household. Now $200 don't even last for a week.
Hey, I went and bought two
And then
boxes
try
of
to eat
cereal.
healthy.
I bought two boxes of cereal, family size cereal the other
Mhm.
night. I think and some other little bitty things. 2 bags. I came out, it was $50. I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I get?
I
Milk,
know. I
eggs,
know.
2 boxes of cereal, some Cheerios, and Captain Frosted Flakes or whatever you call them. Tony,
Oh my!
yeah. I'm like, dang, man. Like,
You got little ones at home?
no, I just eat Frosted Flakes. I like my Cheerios and my Frosted Flakes. Like,
Tell them that's how you stay looking
There
young.
you
yeah,
go.
like
There
Tony,
you go.
I have to get up and say,
Tony the
every
Tiger.
morning when getting up and you're training and you're talking, so all you're doing is have to say, eat your corn, your Frosted Flakes, and think about Tony the Tiger saying, "I'm great."
There you go.
So that's it. So that's how I have to do. I have to get that bowl of corn, Frosted Flakes, and think about how great I am for the day.
Right. There
That's a
go. There you go.
mindset.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't be broke. That my mindset makes me think about, okay, I got this cereal. I'm great today.
Yes. There you go.
Let somebody interfere and try to make me not be great. But you gotta keep being
Yeah,
great in
it's a
this
mindset.
industry.
Definitely a mindset.
Look at Veronica sitting up there smiling. You eating them Tony the Tigers too.
I eat my Tony the Tigers. Yes, I know she don't hear. She probably got a bowl of cereal now while she's sitting there watching my live. My little sister.
I got every kind of cereal you can think of because everybody have their own that they like.
Right,
Yeah,
that's true.
yes.
But and that's again that boils down to when having that backup plan, that plan B,
Mm-hmm.
which is the annuity to ensure that you have something to live off of when you get 70.
That's true.
Yeah.
Definitely
Because
true.
life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen. A car accident can happen. You can't go back to work. You can't drive.
Mhm.
You're having to do like Veronica do, call, place an order on HEB. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to make sure that we are taking care of us by investing in ourselves.
That's
Investing
absolutely
in
true.
ourselves. Eliminate some of the things that are not necessary. You may have a $400 cable bill. Just think about,
Mhm.
and again, that's why we do the financial analysis to find out, um, where an individual is. And when we're talking to them, we let them know we're in a no judgment zone. And everything that we speak to you about, everything that we see is absolutely confidential, because we have to build that rapport with our clients to let them know that, hey, we're not out there talking your business, we're not judging you, but we're actually here to help you to find the right plan that fits you, fits you and your family. Because if something happens to you, you want to be able to pass that wealth on down, to your family members and everything. So, which is so important, you know. So the first thing we tell people they need to do is to kind of sit down and figure out what your goals are. Figure out what your goals are and how you're going to meet your financial goals. So that's so important. And this is done by having a conversation with a licensed representative. And that's what we say, those are those uncomfortable conversations sometimes, because we make people realize, maybe they don't need to have a $400 cable bill. Maybe they should have gotten rid of that bill before and able to acquire, this annuity over here for their family. And a lot of times people just don't know. So that's our job, is to go out and educate individuals on, how to meet the financial goals of becoming, financially and independently free.
That's true. That's definitely true. And I think about, we talk about our age range, the baby boomers, but think about all the younger people out there that's at their prime age, making good money. And you can start an annuity with as less as $5,000.
Absolutely.
And some of them spend that in a month, some of them a week, to tell you the truth. So you just,
and I've been down that road before. I've spent on nonsense stuff.
Nonsense.
You go back and you look at it and say, dang, I spent $5,000 this month.
Yes. On what?
Used to be back then.
Yes.
Easily. Good hair weave.
Easily.
His and her, right, Kim? Kim, no. Hair weave. Phones, clothes, designer clothes, designer shoes.
Well, I mean, you think about it, we're now in tax season. People are getting $10,000, $15,000 in tax money. Some of them spend that tax money in less than 2 or 3 days. So if they took that money that they were getting every year and put it in an annuity, by the time those kids are grown, you might have a nice amount of money.
You will if you leave it alone. Put it there and leave it.
Right.
And then the good thing about it is when the market is up, that account is growing, but when the market's down, it's at a standstill. It's saying, okay, you can't lose.
It's not going to go, and that's what we want to tell people. You have those 401ks out there, roll that money over, because they are not being taught in the education system about when the market goes up and then it goes down, it crashes, and you lose your money in your 401ks. So that's what we say. Annuities, roll that money over, because it does not matter if the market goes up, goes down, you're not losing your money.
That's right.
Those that have mutual funds and different other avenues in the stock market, it's extremely risky. Unless you're like a really, really wealthy person and you can stand a hit here and there, you still okay. But if you're putting your money in the stock market, you have financial advisors or the other individuals that's watching your money, but still at the same time, their fees and things like that are still coming out, and your money is dwindling,
and you're not.
So you got to really, really think about it. You got to put your money into a safe avenue where that money won't be touched at all. It'll still grow when the market is so volatile.
And then it grows on a tax deferred basis, so that's even better.
Yes, absolutely. So that's why we take the time to you just have to take the time to sit down, and everybody has a unique situation where they have questions, and we're here to answer the questions, about how they should invest in their, in the annuities and things like that. Plus a lot more that we'll be able to answer as you ask the questions.
Right.
You have to lay it out there on the line, and be honest with us and be honest with yourself most of all. You
Yes.
know, again, we're in a no judgment zone. We don't judge you
Hmm.
because we may think, well, gosh, who has a $500 cable bill? I've had a $500 cable bill before. You
Phone
got
bill
4 or 5
easily.
kids, 6 kids. You got a cable box in every
Hmm.
room back in the day, but now that
Yeah,
technology has gotten
it's
better,
different.
so you can have as many as you want to, but not
Hmm.
TVs, but only so many on
Yes.
at one
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
So it's just a lot of things that we ask people to sit down and think about, because we're not promised to be here tomorrow,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
passing on that generational wealth down to your kids and grandkids and things like that is just so important.
It's true,
You
and you
know,
don't have to be old for something to happen to you.
right,
Just
right,
there's so many things happening in the world all over the place. From airlines to shootings to, I mean, just craziness
right,
all
right,
over.
right.
So it's good to just really start thinking about your life, your assets. What it is that you have that you can
Right,
really
right.
start setting aside. You know. For yourself, even if you're in an accident or something happens,
Yeah.
you can still have benefits that can support you and your family. So you just have to it's time this is time to really start thinking about your own wealth, your life.
Right,
you
right.
know
Because so
Mhm.
much is happening. Because I
Mhm.
I know in the past I've had insurance policies that, and you forget. You have a tendency to
Yeah,
forget.
yeah,
Because
you
I know
will.
I could have cashed in policies. I've had a car accident. I couldn't work,
Hmm.
and not thinking I
Right.
had insurance that's going to
Hmm.
take care of living benefits.
Yes, yes.
Until the end, I'm like, man. And then when it's all over with, I remember, man, but it took me, I got paid because I had to go back,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
But you don't think about it. Again, it's like, that's what we're here to sit down and review your portfolio and know ask you what your goals are, as to how you want to get to the next level.
Yes. Hmm.
So,
And then to piggyback off of what you all were saying, like if say for instance you do have that car accident, but God forbid, your life is taken, right?
Mhm.
But if you had your money in an annuity, some of the annuities are to where your beneficiary can actually receive those
Yeah.
payments monthly.
yes,
So
Yes.
yes,
your loved one's life can still go on without them, without
right,
you having to worry about, well, I can't sleep well in my grave because I'm tossing and turning, worried about how my kids are gonna eat, or
exactly,
whatever.
Yes.
Some people
exactly.
are not at peace, even in death, because they didn't do the right thing in life. So know that some of these annuities are, to where you can leave them to a beneficiary, and those payments
Yeah.
continue.
And
Hmm.
Veronica, just to piggyback off of what you're saying right now, we also recommend that if you have minor kids, and a lot of times we have parents that are traveling
Hmm.
and early in the mornings, late night, and freak accidents happen all the time. Make sure you get it, that money in a legal manner that you want to spell out how you want to have that money
Yes.
dispersed,
Hmm.
and who's going to be overseeing that money. Again, that takes it to a whole different legal aspect
Hmm.
of having that money where it just doesn't go into anybody's hands,
Yes. Yes.
and then the kids aren't being taken care of. So if you have a lot of money in an annuity, you want to make sure, even if you're healthy, make sure that you spell it out in the event of your
Hmm.
untimely passing or something, that money is being told the
Yes.
next
Hmm.
person how it should be distributed
Hmm.
among your kids and how.
That is too, where like the living wills and the trust and things
Yes.
like that come in. They're extremely important.
Yes.
You can speak with your attorney, about that. We can direct them toward that, but
Mm-hmm.
still, that's something that everybody needs to do.
Yes. Yes.
You can
You
have
put
your
your stipulations
beneficiary
in
and it's
there.
designated, but
Mm-hmm.
still, there's so many moving parts involved when something happens. And families fighting over
Oh,
ridiculousness.
they say, what they say,
Get it together.
funerals and weddings.
Yeah.
They will destroy
Yes.
a family.
Oh my
Funerals and
goodness. And it
weddings.
does not
Yeah.
have to be that way.
Yeah.
Just spell it out. If you're completely
Yeah.
healthy, you think you're on top of the world, just do it.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
do it.
And we
Because
all think that we're healthy
things
and
are gonna.
we're not, nothing's ever
Mhm.
going to happen to us, or anything like that. But when your number is called,
Mhm.
The number is
Yeah, just
small.
think about the billionaires that went down in the ocean, for the
Yeah.
Titanic and things like that. There was fathers and sons,
Yeah.
that went down there and didn't come back.
Right. Right.
So I'm sure, they're billionaires. They had this money, but did they have all their everything
Well,
in
just
order?
think about what
that
is
kid could have been the beneficiary.
right.
You
Just
know,
think
and
about how celebrities, numerous
Mhm.
celebrities over the last 2 or 3 years, like Prince and there was
Yes,
somebody else who did
Michael Jackson.
Michael
Aretha.
Jackson, Aretha Franklin.
Mhm.
It was a lot. They
Yeah,
didn't have
it's
wills, and
mhm.
family members fighting over money and everything. You can't take it with you, and you can't do
Mhm.
anything about it.
Mhm.
It's a long, drawn out
Yes, your
process
your legacy is caught up in a bunch of
all
mess.
over the news.
Mhm.
your, your life is no longer private,
Right, right.
because I tell you what,
Yeah,
money,
it's just really important.
money,
Mhm.
money.
And even one of the vendors that we use, I think it's Amico.
I mean,
Is the name.
Oh, mhm.
uh-huh.
Yeah, they even have to where you can get a free will through them when you sign up for a policy.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and not only that, there, like I said, Dave Ramsey has a great guideline book on insurance that it would guide you through the amount of insurance you can get. Also, there is an annuity guide that you can
Mhm.
you can get downloaded, annuities in a retire for your retirement plan, and it details your insight into and how you should invest into annuities. So that's
Mhm.
real important as well. So there's a lot of instruments out there that can help you figure
Right.
out what
Mhm.
you need to do as far as annuities are concerned.
Hold
Mhm.
on just a minute, ladies. Mr. D. Burns, one of the best car salesmen in all of Houston. I need you to call in, sir. I have a couple questions for you. I want you to ask the panel questions about life insurance. My first question to D. Burns is do you have life insurance, sir? Call in. The call-in number scrolling right under your nose there at 832-560-2885. He's a great car salesman. I just want him
Okay,
to
okay.
engage with
We're
y'all.
looking forward to speaking to Mr.
Mhm.
Burns, and hopefully we
Where's
can
his
answer
dealership?
his questions.
He's at Mac Hike
Matt Hike.
Chevrolet.
Okay, I'm for 45.
I think so.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Mhm.
a pretty good guy. I'd love for you to call in, man. If you're still at work, I understand, but he says he's locked in right there on the screen.
Okay.
All
Awesome.
right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He has
Mhm.
questions.
No, I wanted him to call in because I had a question for him just to help us engage here.
Okay,
Mhm.
awesome.
Okay.
And I was going to start
Yes.
with, does he have
Mhm.
life insurance?
Yes,
If not,
yes.
why?
We're here to make coverage contagious. So
Mhm.
we're trying to spread the word to just not Houston, but all across the country.
All
So
over.
all over the
Mhm.
world, we want to make it contagious. We want you to be able to make sure that your families are protected. Go out there and get insurance. You can get a policy for $30.
Mhm.
$50. You get something to ensure that your family's not here struggling trying to make arrangements to put you away properly. You don't
Mhm.
want them going out there raising GoFundMe's or having barbecue fundraisers or selling cakes and pies and
Mhm.
all that. We see so much of
Yes,
that
every single day.
every day. You
Mhm.
wake up, you're reading about it. Someone's trying to sell a cake or a pie because someone in the family has passed away.
Mhm.
Someone's raising a GoFundMe to bury a loved one. But what they do not realize is that even having those GoFundMe's, if you don't meet your goal, plus the fee that goes back to GoFundMe Corporation, if you don't meet the financial goal that you're requesting, it doesn't do you any good because that money goes back to the people who have sent it to you.
Oh, so they don't get any of it.
They don't get any of it.
Oh, wow.
No,
I didn't know anything
no,
about
they
it.
don't get any of that money.
Wow.
No.
That's
So
that's
people
hard. That's
have
a hard
sent.
one. Mhm.
You may ask for $5,000. You may get $4,999.
It has to go right back to
Goes
the
back right back.
Oh, wow.
Right
Yeah.
back to
It's
the people who have
important.
invested in
It's really
investment.
important. Like all the employees that are out there at different companies. You may have coverage with your company, but
Yes,
just remember, heaven forbid if anything happens, you're not at that job anymore.
it
You do
ends.
not take that coverage with you.
No,
You
no.
do not. And if they try to offer it to you, it's going to be at a substantial rate, that you really can't afford. So it's best to, seek out an individual agent, and get some knowledge about it as to what you can get. In lieu of what you have, you can keep what you have if you want, if you're happy with it, but just always look into getting more.
Right. You never have too much, enough insurance or too much. There was something I was reading. I was doing a little bit of reading one night. I was just lying in bed, and I did not realize that there's a lot of corporations out there. If you work for that corporation, so they have policies on you.
Yes.
That they own. That they get paid for also in the event that you pass away. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what? So just think about that. Your family doesn't get a dime.
Right.
And people don't, they're not even aware of that. Again, it boils down to us not reading. I think I've read more than I ever have in my entire life since I've been in this business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
because
it's
so much. And the insurance business is a $1 billion business. There's so much that we do not know, and nor do we understand, because again, we don't read. Read and we come across everything. We were never taught about the importance of having insurance. The only insurance I grew up knowing about was term insurance, not knowing that my grandmother probably didn't realize hers expired and she was 64. We weren't taught those things.
Absolutely.
And then, like, you're saying about we were ignorant to not knowing about the different insurance. We knew about term, and we thought that's all it was. Well, even when it comes to annuities, when I heard annuities, I thought it was just one type of annuity. I didn't realize you had, 3 main different types of annuities.
Yes,
so, you still have choice even in that selection.
Yes. Exactly. And people don't understand, you think about back in slavery days, the slave owners, they were smart enough to put insurance on the slaves. And I'm
that was their property. They're money makers.
They had an insurable interest.
Yes. Insurable interest is what it was.
Yes.
They started this thing of having insurance on slaves.
Yeah.
How you do that? Not food, not crops, not pretty much their own family members, but slaves, and cattle,
Yeah, that important person within the organization, they can have coverage on you. So in the event that something happens to you, they're covered. They can still, they'll recoup the money that they would have lost, if you weren't there anymore. If
right.
you that important to that company.
Because they add to a little bit of money to those for those corporate policies that we go in and we sell them. But that was kind of like, man, so if I'm working for a major corporation, something they got insurance on me, other than the insurance that I've actually taken out with that company, something happens, they're gonna get paid.
Yeah, they sure
Then
will.
My family gonna probably get a little teeny tiny bit, but they gonna get a whole bunch because we don't know exactly how much money they have us insured for.
Right.
They're not gonna tell us.
They're the primary beneficiary.
Yes. I'm like, man, this is absolutely something else. So again, it boils down to protecting our families. And one of the things that I also say, if you're out there, you have kids, and whether you with the spouse or your ex-spouses or not, or your significant other, or however you're classified, I always recommend, if there's kids involved, sit down with your ex, and talk and have one of those tough conversations. Again, it's going to be one of those uncomfortable conversations, and talk about getting insurance, on either both of you, actually, in the event that something happens. We don't think about that.
Jamal Morrison.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Morrison. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that.
Mr. Morrison, please tell us where you're tuned in from, and please share the video wherever you are. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And if you have any questions about life insurance, I see you have a beautiful wife there, fiance, girlfriend. If you and your significant other would like more information about life insurance, please feel free to call in at 832-560-2885.
Yes. So
you guys look like you're very young, so this is the prime time to really have an analysis done on your situation to see exactly what it is
Right.
you know
Absolutely.
you need
Absolutely.
and how we can help.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, as I was saying, if you're divorced, you have kids by someone you're not even married to, you guys get together and have one of those uncomfortable conversations,
Mhm.
because I'm sure it will be uncomfortable,
Oh yeah.
about how important it is for both of you to be covered, because one of you are going to still have to take care of the kids.
Hmm. True.
Somebody's
True.
going to have to still take care of the children. So,
Hmm.
He's got a
you
question.
sure.
Can you tell us how to borrow against insurance policy?
Yes, yes. Actually, what you do is to borrow against the insurance policy. If you have uh, a whole life policy, basically you will borrow from that policy. Now, a lot of people do not understand that you can also take your policy to a bank, and then the bank will take it from that point, communicate with your carrier as to the amount of the policy, verify all the information, and then you guys would do it from that end. But as far as our end as agents, you would actually, there's paperwork that you fill out to borrow against that policy, and return it to the carrier, and then therefore they will issue the check to you. We don't issue the checks, so it comes directly from your insurance carrier that you signed up to get that policy from.
And keep in mind also, it depends on the amount of time that you've had
Mhm.
that policy, the amount of money that you put into that policy. If it's a paid up policy, you can borrow all day long,
Exactly.
and there's still like time frames, whether it's a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year, there are time frames as to the amount of fees that will be assessed, when you're taking out that money.
Right.
But you
Right.
can absolutely borrow against it, but you just have to make sure that you've had that policy long enough to have
Mhm.
accumulated that cash value.
Right. And a lot of times that money has to be paid back. You have to put
Yes.
that, you
Hmm.
do have to put the, if you do
Hmm.
borrow from the policy, just understand over a period of time, if it's paid up, those premiums are going to start coming again,
Hmm.
because that money has to be put back into the policy.
Hmm. Yes.
All
Yes.
right, Mr. Morrison, I hope they answered your question, sir. You're more than welcome to call in too, though. The call-in number is right under your nose. This is the Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Ladies, would you like to elaborate on why y'all named it Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails?
All right. Is Miss Kim on the phone? Miss Kim, are you still there?
Looks like she's driving.
She's driving, so
Mhm.
she's driving.
Mhm.
So yes. So basically, we named the show "Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails" because what we are trying to accomplish around the world, around the globe, is the fact that we want everyone to be covered with life insurance. We want you to have annuities. We want to make sure that you leave a legacy for your families. We want to make sure that um, if in the event of an untimely, death for your wife's spouse, kids, grandkids, that the family doesn't have to be out there trying to figure out how to put you away, or get you buried, or and things like that. And also, you have to continue to live. The kids have to continue to live. And the wife or the spouse or whoever has the kids, want to make sure the house is still being able to taken care of. The kids are still being able to be fed. The car notes still being able to be paid, and things like that. So we're trying to make this thing contagious. So that's why we named it "Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails," because we have a vision, you know, um, to make sure that everyone is covered with insurance. Now,
Mhm.
not to say you have to get it from us, but we want you to just make sure you're covered. We don't care where you are around the globe, because we are in all 50 states.
Mhm.
We can do your policies via Zoom, over the phone, and we do travel. So just let
Right.
us know. Yeah, let's say we have ladies will travel.
Yes. Yes.
So we do travel. So we just want to make sure that everyone gets coverage. So
Yeah. And because it's such an uncomfortable
conversation.
we wanted to just bring in either cocktails or whatever your favorite beverage is, just so that you can have a relaxed conversation about it with your family, with your friends, with your significant other, so that you can just kind of open up that conversation, so to really really talk about it and understand how important it is. You can just kind of make light about things that'll happen. Well, you're not gonna get all my money and this and that. But the bottom line is, you love your family, and you want to make sure that they're going to be covered. They're going to be taken care of in the event you're gone or your significant other is gone.
Right. And as I said earlier, the first step, you should take is to sit down and figure out what your goals are. Then how you're going to meet those financial goals. Those are important things, and sitting down with a licensed representative, we help you to sit down and figure out what, your unique situations are, and what's good for you. Investing in an annuity or getting life insurance, because not everyone will have the funds to get that annuity, but you may have the funds to get a policy. It may not be a whole life policy, but it may be a term policy.
Right. At least you have something. You have something in place.
You can always go back and upgrade to get something better than what you had before.
Absolutely.
Husband is tuned in. He says there is only certain types of policies that you can borrow from, correct? There are only certain policies you can borrow from.
The whole life
policy.
The whole life policy.
I think he's wanting you to make sure you explain that. I think he's leading you to the water.
He leads me to the water. That sounds like him. He always tries to lead me to the water. He can't always make me drink it.
You're gonna drink tonight.
He doesn't always make me drink the water, but he'll lead me to the water. Thanks, dear.
It's a question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we have the whole life policy consists of living benefits, death benefits, as well as cash value options. So you have the ability to borrow off of that policy, as we spoke about earlier. Also, death benefit, it pays out up to the time that you've got the policy for. It doesn't cancel out at 64 like our term policy or our ROP, which is our return of premium policy. Yes, there are certain types of policy, and then we have the cash value, right? The cash value, where you can borrow it in the event of an emergency or just anything, really, because it is your policy.
Right. Just make sure that longevity is there.
Exactly.
So you'll have enough to borrow against.
Yes. So, Veronica, are you still there?
I think she put a still shot up. I'm not sure if that means she needed a break or what.
Okay, she's in the hotel room, so she may be in. But yeah, there's so many different avenues to having a policy. And again, one of the things we're talking about as well, when we talk about policies and getting coverage, we want to also let the grandparents out there know that they can get a policy on grandkids now without having the parents' permission. The requirements are that you have the child's name and the date of birth. They don't have to have a social or anything like that. So if they're under 18 now,
go ahead, Joyce.
No, if they're under 18, so if they're past 18 years old and up, 18 and up, you do need their permission because they're considered as adults at this point. So, but any other time, you don't need a social. Some of you probably call your kids up and ask, like, I want to put a policy on the grandkids. They probably give you a bunch of flap and not want to do it. So you have to just take control.
Because when you think about it, grandparents are
taking care of
your
grandkids.
Number one. They're taking care of the kids on a daily basis while you either have a little date night, you're working, or whatever it is. The grandparents are happy, to keep the kids. So there should be no reason in the world why they couldn't, get a policy for those children just to make sure that everything's going to be okay.
Right.
I have a little funny, and I might be wrong.
No.
So James just beat me up if I'm wrong. But when you were saying he can lead me to the water and I might not drink, he said, "Amen."
That's true. He does. He tries. He does. I don't always fall for it.
You don't always fall.
I don't fall for it all the time.
James just conked me upside the head if I was wrong. He may have been talking about something else y'all said. But quick shout out before I give the microphone back to y'all. We have Kang Dong 3X Productions on YouTube tuned in. He was up here earlier on our Houston, Texas show. He's saying, hey, y'all, this is Chad. I was up there earlier.
Hi.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
The ladies say, hey, please call in, Chad, if you have any questions about the importance of life insurance to your family, to you, your family, protecting your family, creating financial stability. Hey, Kim is back. The number's right below your nose, Chad, at 832-560-2885. I'd love for you to call in and ask questions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that where we're at?
Hey, Kim.
Kim driving. She must have had us on.
Hey.
Hey, Kim. Tell us about that.
I'm finally at home.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like she's
what you want me to tell you about?
We're discussing annuities here.
Wink, wink, wink. Before I say anything, wink, wink. Tell us about that beautiful piano behind you there.
Well, I can't play the piano.
Okay. It's a good look.
So I just want you to know that it is for decoration purposes only.
Okay.
Now I'm the choir director, and anybody can come over and play it, and I'll just direct the choir. I can tell you how to sing with it, but I can't tell you how to play it.
You can't do that.
Okay.
All right. They're waiting for you. Your fellow panelists, Miss Barbara and Joyce, are waiting for your input on annuities. Can you elaborate on that for them?
Yes, with annuities, you can be your own bank. That's right, what I love about annuities. I was speaking with one of my aunts not too long ago, and we was talking about annuities, and I was telling her, you know, as a culture, as a Black culture, there's a lot of stuff that I wished I'd known and was taught 30 years ago.
Yes.
Because then I would have done a whole lot different. I would have set myself up for success a whole lot differently. Because when you're young and you have that energy and we work 2 or 3 jobs, well, that money coming in, a lot of times it's to support a lifestyle, right? And we get accustomed to living a lifestyle a certain kind of way. And with an annuity, you're able to make sure and ensure that you can continue to live a particular lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to, or a lifestyle that you want your family to be accustomed to as well, right? So that's what I love about that. With an annuity, you are protecting your future to say, I want to be in position to be able to enjoy my life a certain kind of way without worrying about anything, because nobody knows what's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, next year. Jobs change, the demand on jobs change, and everything is going up. Cost of living continues to go up here and everything. But what can we and we can depend on that, but we cannot depend on what our money is going to look like.
That's true. That's true.
But with annuities, what I love about it is when I invest my money into an annuity, I don't have to worry about if I'm going to lose, because this is going to always be a win-win. I put money right there, and guess what? It's going to build. It's going to build. It's going to keep building. But I'm not going to lose anything. I don't want to lose. I can't take too many more L's. I'm not in a position to take a whole bunch of L's right now in life. Because the older we get, we don't have the same stamina that we had when we were young. You know what I'm saying? I remember the times that I could survive off of 4 or 5 hours worth of sleep on a regular basis. Now I got to have the whole full 8 and a little bit more every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a cat nap during the day.
The devil. Come on now. I don't have the same
No, no.
I can't stand for as a long period of time like I used to. There's a lot
Yeah.
of things that I used to could do that I can't anymore. And
Kim, like,
that being
to do
said,
Kim.
that means that there's a shift in my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We used to stand for 12 hours in prison. You know, we used to
That's
stand for
a
12
shift.
hours. We can't stand for 12 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
We used to stand for 12-hour days at the
Wow.
prison.
Standing for 12
Without
hours.
I don't want to do nothing for 12 hours. I don't want to do nothing for 12 hours.
we
Consistently, no.
I don't
No.
Consistently, no.
I don't want to
No.
do nothing
Guys, we
for 12 hours
ate
anymore. Matter of fact,
America.
I don't even want to do. I want to do something for 8 hours straight.
They
Let
do
me
not
take
want
a
to
break
tire
in
us.
between.
No, they do not. We know too much.
Yes.
And
Right.
that's
They bring those
we
young
know
ones
too
in. They
much.
can pay a little less and roll with it. They got some years on.
Yeah,
them,
we
to
know
keep
too much.
going.
So they
you
think
know?
we just
Right.
I ain't gonna say what
Set in
think
their
of.
ways.
Yeah, but like we know too much and we're intimidating to a point.
Yeah.
Because when you come in having knowledge, and like they
Right.
say, knowledge is power, they can't control you when my knowledge up here
Yes.
is telling me what I know. I know what I know. And then I say what I say.
Mhm.
So we got to the age where
That's
we're
right.
unemployable. So we're in the best field.
Yes.
We're in the best field that we could possibly be in. Because our mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's
We work
right.
ours the way we want to. Still
Exactly. Working for ourselves.
You
I
know,
can't work for nobody. I
We
don't
have the freedom
want
to.
nobody talking crazy to me. I don't want to be in a position where somebody dictates to me how to work for them, how to do my day, how to
Take
plan
your
my day.
lunch.
How to
we
do
can
this.
tell,
the
we
rest
can
of
tell
the
you. We can tell you. It's not. We're not in the military. We don't do that. That's why I never joined, because my mouth. I don't take orders very well.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't take orders
hey,
very
Joyce,
well.
in other words, I'm very sensitive. I'm very
Right.
sensitive. You say the wrong thing, and guess what? You're going to be on and popping. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. So the best thing I need to do is not even put myself in a position where it has to get to that point.
Kim, I'm a prime example of that from 4 weeks ago. Effectively, immediately.
From what time is it? From 8:34, 8:40 ago? When we were on the phone?
Effectively, immediately, I resigned. Right,
Oh, God.
Right?
that was
Good.
instant. After about 2 weeks, effectively, immediately. I can't do it anymore. My does not.
Yeah, so life looks a lot different.
Our time is precious. We need
My
where's
age,
that
my time,
hourglass?
and my patience.
Our time is very, very precious.
Yes.
So it's like certain things. No, it's
No.
Very precious.
time consuming.
I'm putting up my deacon finger for just a second, y'all, because when you said you don't take orders very well,
I know my husband said something. I know he just did.
she's speaking the truth.
She's speaking the truth.
I do not. I've never been able to take orders from anybody.
So you're telling me if the drill sergeant said,
No, I quit.
Corporals, pinch back Schofield,
I
quit. Get up on top of that hill right now, you're gonna say,
the hell
give me
you say?
50.
That's what I'm saying. The hell you say? That will be exactly what my response will be. No, sir.
you're getting a dishonorable
So where
discharge.
bring it on.
You get a dishonorable
Bring it
discharge. We're sending you back to Houston, Texas, Summerwood, right now. Summerwood. Right?
Yeah, no, they just gonna put me in there. What they call a little hole in the ground, a little hot box. That's
hot
exactly
box.
where my ass going. A hot box, because that's no.
And
That's
a hot box. A hot box.
Back in the day, I used to think growing up, I would
probably be in military prison because I wouldn't that crack.
Girl, me too.
I challenge everything. You know,
but
you get rebellious after certain. You get rebellious after a certain point in your life. I stay rebellious.
See, I was in competitive sports all my life, so it's ingrained in me. It would have been easy for me to take orders. Now, when it comes to ordering me to do something, I don't want to do. I'm like you, but I wanted to be good. So
Right.
I followed the order. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know if I
So
follow anybody's
Yeah.
orders.
you can't follow nobody's order.
I dance by my own
It's a,
music.
it's a mentality, just depending on what it
Yeah,
is you
yeah,
want to do.
Yeah.
If there's something you want to do, then
Yeah, you do it.
Right.
you can
And then
mentally get over
when
certain things.
when it comes a time in your life when you get a certain age, you just don't put yourself in certain positions. For number
Mhm.
one,
Yes, ma'am.
we call them what do you call them? Preventive measures.
Yes, ma'am.
I take preventive measures from cursing your ass out, so I don't put myself in those positions.
Right.
So
Like-
that's that.
Ladies, before we get back into the show, I want y'all to raise your glasses up and tell everybody what they're listening to today.
You guys are listening to Let's
Let's
Talk
Talk
Coverage
Coverage
Over
Over
Cocktails.
Cocktails.
Whoop whoop.
And what is Let's
Cocktails.
Give me well, Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails is about us going to make coverage contagious around the globe, around the world. That's our goal. We want to ensure that all families, it doesn't matter what nationality you are, what background you come from, if you don't think you have insurance or you don't think you can get insurance, we want to ensure that you do get insurance because there's something out there for everybody.
Mhm.
It may not be the $1 million policy that you want. We may be able to get you that $1,000 policy,
Mhm.
maybe that $500 a $5,000 policy, but there's something out there for everyone.
Right. It's the suitability factor. We're just making sure that everybody is educated on the
Yes.
types of insurance coverage that you can get.
Mm.
Whether you have health conditions or not, there are possibilities. You be evaluated, and there are possibilities for everybody to have some type of insurance coverage.
Right,
You just
right.
have to call in with an authorized representative that can assist you and evaluating, what's suitable for you, what's the type of insurance policy, and if you can, if you can afford an annuity, that's in play also.
Right.
We're educating you on the different financial services that are available to you.
Let me give you guys that are listening out there an example of annuity, right? So, so $100,000 annuity pay per month. How does it pay? So, say for instance, if you have $100,000 annuity, you purchase it at age 65 with immediate payments which might yield about $614 a month. If the annuity has a 5% interest rate over 10 years, the monthly payment could be approximately $1,055 at the age of 70. But the same annuity might pay around $13 monthly for life. So, it's just something that you need to discuss, with your financial advisor.
That's right.
I want you, Mr. Zach Parker is tuned in on YouTube. He says, even though you just tuned in and missed it, he wants to know what the premise is of this show or podcast.
Basically, our show is Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails. Our main goal of what we're trying to accomplish is to make coverage contagious around the world, around in every state in the United States, abroad. If you're listening to us, watching us, we want to make sure that families are covered. We want to make sure that no family goes without or is without insurance coverage because there is something out there for everyone. Depending on your age, depending on your health. There's coverage that you can get for $30 a month. It may be just a burial, but there's something to ensure that your family is not left here after you've gone, trying to struggle to put you away.
You can be buried with dignity.
You can be buried with dignity, as Barbara just stated, and that burden, the family can still continue to live. The house note can still be paid. The car note can still be paid. There's food that can still be put on the table, for the families in the event of your untimely death. So that's why we're here.
Yeah,
To
educate everyone
yes.
on insurance coverage. Different, how, no matter what age you are, there is some type of coverage available for you.
Zach, if you would like to call in.
And not only do we want
I
Oh, you
muted her.
muted
At the
Mr.
wrong
Speaker.
but we
time.
also want to protect and ensure your money.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can y'all
That
hear me?
that
Oh, I
return
understand. Sounds like a
response.
very noble.
I
Good
was
on
I
you.
Thank you,
understand.
Mr. Parker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we're trying. We don't care what nationality you are. We're
Mhm.
not here to just to service one nationality or one community, or we want to say we're not going to go to the north side because we don't like that neighborhood. Yeah, we're going everywhere.
Mhm.
If you want to sit down and do an analysis with us about getting a policy, we do those consultations for free.
Mhm.
It costs
Everyone
you
needs
nothing.
coverage.
We can do it over the phone with you. We can do it via Zoom with you. We can come to wherever you are. Just just give us a phone call and discuss it with us. We're in a judgment free zone. Anything that you discuss with us, we even at us as agents, we don't discuss other clients with each other.
Mhm.
It's totally confidential.
Confidential.
We want people to be able to build that rapport with us where they are comfortable about talking to us about their situations because they are conversations that are uncomfortable.
Hmm.
It's
Absolutely.
uncomfortable when you have both spouses sitting there together and we're having to ask you these questions. Yes, it's uncomfortable when we're asking questions and you have your kids sitting there.
Hmm. And they don't want to
They
think
don't want
about
the
the
they don't
fact
want to
that
think that,
something may happen
yeah.
to either one
But
of you,
it's those are conversations
Hmm.
that are needed. Conversations that are needed with every family out here in the world. You need to know
Right.
to ensure that your families are being
Hmm.
taken care of.
And Mr. Parker, we do policy analysis also. If you have something in place, it doesn't hurt to consult with,
Review.
consult with an agent and have a review done on it just to make
Yeah,
sure that you have the right amount of coverage, that you have everything in place that you need to take care of you and your family.
absolutely, absolutely. Because there's so many people out there who have policies they may have gotten back 30,
Mm-hmm.
40 years ago, and it may be a term policy, and them not knowing that they may be 65, and they
Mm-hmm.
may think that policy is still in effect, and not knowing that if they're 65 and that policy was to end its term at 64, they have nothing.
I was recently talking to a client, um, and it was really heartbreaking. I think they were in South Carolina, and this lady had a $500 policy since
Hmm.
1972.
And expired.
Yes, I mean it expired. She had
$500 a
like
month.
7 different. She had some on some of her older children,
Uh-huh.
and just reviewing those type policies. Um, where are the agent, the representatives that and if some, of course, some of them probably passed on or what have you, or they, the individuals weren't able to check in on their policies and things like that. But that's just a prime example
Nobody
of
thinks
just
to
not
check
knowing
in.
what you have. What in the
You
world can $500 do for you?
you know you get the policies. The agents sell you the
Yes.
policies, but they never follow up.
Hmm.
Like Barbara said, the agent may have gone passed on or something
Yes.
like that. No one's come in to pick up his book of business.
Hmm.
So with them not having that book of business known, it goes unnoticed.
Yes. Yes.
And then when the family gets something happens
Hmm.
and an untimely death happens, they take that policy or call the company and it's
Hmm.
expired. They have
Yeah.
nothing.
You
And
ask the
then they're
question, what
scrambling.
yeah,
They're
what is
scrambling
this
again.
policy worth? What is the cash value on this policy?
Yeah.
Just different things as to, just to let the individual know what it
Mhm.
is you actually have.
Yeah,
Because some of
absolutely.
them do, they
Absolutely.
have not a clue as
Right,
to
right,
what type of policies they have.
right,
So,
right.
I mean, that's what we're here for, and it's absolutely free consultations, just to review those
Mhm.
policies, just to make sure,
Right,
that
right.
you're covered.
Hmm. You want to make sure that you have money to cover the expenses that you're going to leave behind,
Yes.
like the bills and things like that. Because now a lot of companies are coming after family.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yes.
you've gone on and you
Mm-hmm.
left bills back here, they want to be paid. They don't
Mm-hmm.
care.
Mm-hmm.
They do not care about
Right.
that person being gone. You're the next of kin, or
Mm-hmm.
you may and now they do that, but skip tracing.
Oh yeah.
They had somebody call me. I'm like, who? No, I
Mm,
don't know nothing about that.
I'm afraid not.
Yes, yes. So
Mhm.
again, if you're out there, and you're interested in obtaining or even just seeing what type of policy you can qualify for, give us a
Mhm.
call. And even if you need to a consultation with us to do just to go over your existing policy with you to see if there's something better that you can acquire,
Mhm.
or making sure that it has a lapse.
Right.
Just do it looking at that
Mhm.
policy. So
Yes. Yes.
yes, ma'am. So Kim, do you have any input?
Yeah.
Kim, Kim.
Yeah. Also, we want to make sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Can y'all hear me?
yes, we
Okay,
can
Yes, we
hear
good.
hear
you.
you.
And also, we want to make sure that, okay, good. Also, in that policy review, we want to make sure that you know exactly what it's worth. If you were to
Mhm.
die
Yes,
today or tomorrow, it wouldn't be a surprise to the family or
Mhm.
anybody else as to how much that policy is really worth. Because what we have found out is that a lot of times money has been borrowed off a policy without the knowledge of the policy holder or the one that's actually making the payments on that policy, due to, like, if they missed the payment and the payment got taken out of uh, uh, the policy, with the policy, the
right,
equity in the policy. We want to make
right,
sure that you know everything you need to know about your policy, because insurance today does not look like insurance yesterday.
That's absolutely
no,
Everything
true.
no,
is different.
not at all.
It's a lot different. It's a lot different. And we want to educate people and let them know what they can do and what they cannot do. And there's
Right.
so
Absolutely,
much more that you can do now that we weren't able to do way back then.
So
To
true.
right, right,
to be able to have not only death benefits, not only because back in the day, all that was pushed was that insurance was to cover you whenever you die. But
right.
now it's totally different. Now, not
Exactly,
only do you have death benefits, but you got living benefits. And
Mhm.
then you got money that you can borrow from your insurance policy. And not
exactly,
only that, with the UILs, we're not only just protecting our lives and the lives of our loved ones, but we're also protecting our investment. You work hard for your money. You want your
Mhm.
money to be able to work hard for you and to be there when you really, really need it in the future.
Absolutely.
hey, we're gonna be
Let's
singing
get
that
play
Don
one thing
song.
that I learned a long time ago. My grandma used to,
Donna Summer.
if you don't, if you, there's a saying my grandmother used to say when I was young coming up. She used to say, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Mhm.
Marinate on
Absolutely.
that. Let that marinate for a minute.
And that's part of
That's
us,
right. Then you're planning to fail.
especially
So you got to
especially
have something in play,
yeah, in the African American
Mhm.
community growing
especially when
up,
we say we love our family.
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
We weren't taught about insurance growing up. Only thing I can remember is the insurance man, a little white man, coming
No.
over to my grandmother's house, picking up a policy with the
Mhm.
little book, writing in that book. And a lot of times
Yeah.
people didn't understand back in the day, those agents, because they were good guys, they paid the premium for the little black woman who wasn't able to make her payment. They took that money out of their pocket.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how good different it was today, back then compared to today. Today, if you ain't got
Yeah.
your money, you're gonna cancel your policy.
That's right. It's certain
But
laws and rules in place. It's certain
right,
things you can do and
but
certain things you can't. So
right, but now also people are unaware that also your policy, excuse me, your policy now will also pay your premium,
mhm.
but you don't want to make a habit of doing that because
That's
you don't
right.
want to keep doing that and doing that to the point where you have no money.
Right.
And then again, still you're back at square one where your policy will lapse, and then you don't ever need it until you need it. When it's unexpectedly.
Mhm.
So again, I say to everyone, it's better to have a policy, 5 years later than no policy at all. So now is the time. Now it's tax season.
Yes.
People are getting their income taxes. So if you're out there listening and you haven't, you got your taxes coming up and you got 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, now it's the time to get those children covered because things are happening to our young people.
To young people. You do
Young
not have to be
people.
older for something to happen now.
It used to be the older people that
Yes.
were things were happening to. They were
Mhm.
passing on. Now it's more of these young kids. It's our babies. It's our 5-year-olds. It's our 6-year-olds.
Mhm.
The just things are happening that
Yeah, straight bullets coming through a car.
Yes.
It's just crazy. It's so many things that are
Yes,
happening.
yeah,
And this
absolutely.
is an educational platform. We're
Yes.
educating individuals on what it takes to get insurance and the different types
Mhm.
and just know and understand that there's something out there for you as an individual because everybody's different.
Mhm.
Everybody's circumstances are different. Everybody's income is different.
Absolutely.
Everybody's
Absolutely.
health is different. But there are, all you have to do is call in for, consults, and there are free consultations so that
Right.
you can
Right.
really understand what it takes to get insurance, on a minimal level, or if you're really interested in building generational wealth, what it will take for you to actually buy into a policy so that you can have that money,
Right. Right.
for yourself in the future and your family.
Right. So, and if you're looking for a sturdy source of retirement income, again, with minimum risk, an annuity, is a great option for you.
Mhm.
Annuities are because they're financial products, sold by insurance companies, and they help you continue to live, as you get older. So, that's another, way of thinking about becoming your own bank.
Yes, absolutely.
Becoming your own bank. The way when I've been hearing lately in the last 2 or 3 months about Wells Fargo, people losing all their money. Every time I look on the Google News, I'm hearing about somebody's money has been stolen through the bank.
Yes.
It's scary.
Mhm.
Why not?
So
Right.
why
Your
not be
own
your
bank.
own bank?
You're not going to steal
So
from yourself.
you're not gonna steal from yourself. And it seems like the safest way is the
Mhm.
insurance companies. Because who wants to wake up and find $40,000 and $50,000 of their
Yes.
money gone from Wells Fargo or Capital One
Mhm.
or in places like that? I read about it all the time.
Yes.
And I'm like, damn,
You're sitting there with that type of money
Yeah.
in
in
the
a
bank.
savings is growing very minimally. You know, you have that kind of
Yeah.
money, 25, 30, 40,000, sitting in a
Yeah.
savings or an IRA. Really think about placing the money into an annuity if you afraid of the concept, maybe take a portion, at least put that in an annuity
Right.
that's going to grow for you and be safe. When the market's up, your money grows. When the market's down, what happens, ladies?
Lose it.
You do not lose your money.
Yeah.
So there are just options out there. Definite
Right. We just
options
got to
out there.
figure. We just have to figure out
Mhm.
what is best for you. Again, doing this financial analysis is good for you. It's going to be good for your family.
Mhm.
To make sure that everyone's well.
Yes.
In the event of an
Everybody's
untimely,
protected.
death or anything like that. So again, we always say getting coverage now is better than not having no coverage at all.
Absolutely.
Get it from someone.
Mhm.
We're like I said, we're here. We are here, not trying to educate one community or one
Everybody.
nationality. I
Mhm.
don't care if you're Hispanic, you're Black, you're Asian. We are here to educate everybody. And I see that so often when people only stick with their little bitty community of people and they don't care about anybody else.
Yes.
I hate that with a passion.
With a passion.
It will. That's the worst turn off. That's the worst turn off for me because
Yes.
I think don't just focus on one nationality because you're Hispanic or because you're Black. Focus on everybody because we all bleed. We all gonna die. It's not gonna discriminate.
It does not matter.
It does not discriminate. So I'm here saying everybody needs coverage. Everybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and think about Houston alone. It's a melting pot of different nationalities. People come here from all over the world.
They got people coming in every week. Yes, 10,000 people.
So it's an obligation for us to educate everybody. Everybody that's out there with a listening ear, that wants to understand what it means to really, really take care of your family.
Yes. Leave a legacy behind for your families. Leave a legacy behind, for your kids. And we also have I say Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up. You have parents who have adult children out there. What better gift to give than to say, Mom, Dad, how are you on your insurance, life insurance? Do you have a policy?
Yeah.
They probably look at you. They're probably gonna look at you strange.
Sit down and really talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Again, that's having one of those uncomfortable conversations. That sit down and talk to them and say, hey, call the agent over with your parents because you can't get the policy without the parents' permission anyways. So sit down, talk about it with your parents, have the agent, set up an appointment with the agent. Y'all come over, sit down and figure out what's going to be good. Even with the parents getting it on yourself, as well as the parents, at least everybody is covered.
Right. And think about events that are coming up, even, with the weather that's coming in, think about your older parents or relatives or whomever, that's exposed to different elements or what have you.
Right.
Like the last freeze, it was what,
2 years ago? Yeah. That was bad.
We're going to have a hard one coming up next week. Just check on your family members. Check on the elderly and your neighbors.
Yeah.
And with your individual families, just have that conversation about, hey, are you okay? Is everybody well protected? It's just time to really talk about it. It's not a time to shy away from that responsibility, because it's a major responsibility. It's like your car insurance or your homeowner's insurance. Yeah,
HOA.
Oh, they're on your behind.
Oh my God, we don't even want to talk about that. We just paid that.
Your medical insurance.
Yes. What do you call it, Kim? Kim, what did you say?
Medical.
Your medical insurance.
Yeah.
Medical insurance. Oh my God.
Your medical insurance is important.
Yes, absolutely. All of it is
important.
Sure. The whole life policy. You can't go to work.
True. That's
true. We just to think about, we have that insurance on our credit cards when we we pay for that every month. When we can't make a payment, if something happens, we still the same. We have insurance on credit cards that in the event that we lose our jobs or something like that, it's covered. Your payments are covered. So why not have life insurance?
Those different things that are into the policies as well. Your living benefits, if something happens, you lose your job, if you get ill, those are things that come into play, and you can, if you have that insurance in place, you're taken care of. You're covered.
Yeah, you're covered. So again, we want to make coverage contagious around the country.
Absolutely.
So it's just like you cannot stress enough of how important it is to have that coverage. You can't.
And you know what? Hey, I was thinking, whenever people have that uncomfortable conversation, loved ones, they might need to get them some cocktails.
Right.
That might help the conversation be just a little
that was the whole premise behind this. Just
Kim, especially if you got those exes out there just having to sit down, you definitely gonna need a a cocktail. You got the exes sitting down with the ex,
Right. Like
and with the
let's talk
present
about it.
Mrs. or Mister. Those are uncomfortable conversations that are big. I mean, get your glass of wine, water, coffee, tea. Take a deep breath.
Yes.
But do it.
Yeah, think about this reality. It's a reality
check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You never even think about it. If I'd been smart, I got some insurance on my ex.
Yeah.
Exes. We put exes. So, hey,
Right.
But if you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. But if I had been smart,
Right. As long as there's
and what, and it's also good to have like a checklist. It's good to have like a checklist and go down through that checklist to make sure you have your business in order. Because what we learned since we've been doing the show, one thing we learned and we were reminded was that with our checking and savings accounts, we need to have somebody on file in case something happens to us, that they can be able to get into our account as soon as possible, without there being a hassle or a delay.
So the POD is pay up on death. Pay up on death. Yeah, POD. So yes, because if you go to the bank and you don't have that in your account, the POD, and something happens to the wife, husband, or whatever, everything's going to go in probate. You will not be able to get that money. You will not be able to get that money.
They're going to end up paying attorneys. That's really unnecessary.
Tell me about your money. Yes, that's deep.
You gotta go to court and all that.
And I'm going to be a little
easier.
I'm going to be a little messy tonight, Kim. I'm going to be a little messy because and the other thing is too, if you're not still married and you're not with your husband or wife and y'all with somebody else and that person died, don't think you're gonna go to the funeral home with others and run some stuff.
That wife or that husband will be right there.
Right. The wife or the husband gonna take y'all a step aside. Ain't nothing you can do. So you better get your stuff in some paper and get it legal. Because there's nothing that can be done. I learned that since I've been in the business. And I had to ask that question because I just need to know. Because I just need to know. Everybody needs to know. Because, again, life happens. You married to somebody over here, but you're with somebody over there.
And then the number of years also that you were married to that individual.
Yes. It doesn't matter. Married, period.
And that's right.
On that note, I hate to sound like,
because she's got papers on me. Y'all remember that song? Malcolm, what you know about that?
That was a song back in the day. Richard Dimple Fields, she got papers. Yeah, that was the song. Yeah, better remind everybody.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes,
that's right.
Singing. I love you. I love you, Kim.
Yeah.
You hear me? I know there's a lag, and
I love it.
And that's a real life situation, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that that's a real life situation because it happened to my own daddy. It did. My dad was married to someone else, and when my dad passed away, he had been with her over almost 30 years, couldn't do nothing. My stepmother and I walked up in there. She had to sign the paperwork.
Right.
They couldn't even do my aunts couldn't even do anything with the body, but it's a part of life. It's reality.
It really is,
and it's nothing to be ashamed of. We're just putting it out there, letting you know. Get your life in order.
Yes, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but I told y'all this story. I shared to the listening audience. Now, my uncle had a farm, had a ranch in Crockett, Texas. He passed away about 10 years ago, and he left us horses, cows, land. He wanted us all, the whole family, to live on his land. And come to find out, he willed everything to us, everything to everybody that was still alive. Well, come to find out, some 20 years, 30 years prior, the divorce was never finalized. So the wife that still had paperwork saying she was the wife,
got everything,
swooped in like a hawk and took everything. She said,
I've known it to happen to numerous people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were all heartbroken, but there was nothing we could
But
say.
there's nothing that you can
Mm.
do. And,
Yeah.
and again, you have so many people out there thinking that we think that we're indispensable, that we're never going anywhere.
Mhm.
Nothing's ever going to happen to us. So we put our families in uncomfortable situations
Right.
as well.
That's right.
You know, to everybody looks foolish when they think it's something over
Mhm.
here and it's
You
actually
better
this
make
over here.
absolutely sure.
Yes. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
again,
Life can be very, very tricky and unfair
and
a lot of
unfair
times,
and
but
unfair.
it's up to
Very
us to get
unfair.
our affairs
That's why I
in
got
order.
papers
Get
on
your
him.
affairs in order and make sure that the I's are
I
dotted.
know that's right. Me
That's why
too.
I got papers on him.
On that note, how do you convince someone that you're not after blood or after death when you get in a relationship? Now, I'm not speaking for me. I want you to speak to the listening audience because a
What
lot
do
of
you mean?
people,
What do you mean?
I mean, a lot of people say me and you just meet. We just met. No offense, hubby,
He good.
James. No, say me and you meet tonight at some bar and lounge at Denny's somewhere. We're eating and we meet and we get in a relationship and here it is. Boom! 5 years later, Joyce, let's get some life insurance. The first thing in a lot of people's minds is
You must gonna kill me.
you're gonna try to bump me off. How do
Mhm.
you get around that obstacle? If you were in a meeting right now,
That's small minded.
that's my
It's
mind.
the mindset.
It's a mindset.
It's a
It's a
definite
mindset because
Mhm.
if I've been in a relationship with someone for 5 years, right?
Mhm.
You get sick, I'm taking care of you.
Mhm.
We our money is combined into one. Why not? If you plan on being together,
Mhm.
because Texas has a common law, is a common law state. Number one. Number two, why not? I'm over there washing your clothes,
Mhm.
and I'm doing womanly things. Why
Yes.
not? You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a small-minded person to think differently. Like, well, all of a sudden now you want to get insurance on me. If you should know what you want out of life when you get a certain
Mhm.
age.
Yeah. And if all of a sudden just because that question is asked that
The,
there's an issue, then you need to really question that
the
relationship
relationship,
right
right?
away. You know,
Right.
because you're handling business together on a regular basis. You're taking care of each other. Like you said, Joyce, why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? There's an insurable interest.
Yeah,
So why not? You know,
it is because you're
what's done in the
spending.
dark is always going to come to light. So if there's an ulterior motive and something really happens like that, okay, I'm going to off you for the instant. You won't get away with that.
No, no,
That's
no.
that's
It's
not.
it's it's life again. You're
Yeah.
together.
Mhm.
I would think if you're gonna build something, if you've built 5 years
Yeah.
already, because to me 5 years is a lot to
Yeah,
waste.
you're wasting
Ain't
a
going
whole
a
lot
lot
of
of
my
time.
time.
Yeah, I don't take people wasting my time lightly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if I'm gonna be with you for 5 years,
Hmm.
we're gonna have to take this. We're gonna have to step it up.
Yes.
Step it up to the next
Hmm.
level. Life
Yeah.
insurance, bank accounts. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because that's just the way it is. I mean, that's my thinking. Everybody may not think like me because I can be when I want to be, but
Yeah, no,
I
but
don't
it's
play
a it's,
around when it
it's a
comes to
reality.
relationships
Life
and
life
time.
is way too
My
short.
time
And
is
then
too
somebody else
precious
got
for
to
me.
step in and try to take care of all those things.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Why not?
mhm,
I've been married to
yeah.
my husband for 13 years. Better me than the next one.
Malcolm, my thought on that question you just asked, Malcolm, my thought is if I get an insurance policy on you, I'm gonna let you get one on me for the equal amount, for the
Yes.
same
Yeah,
amount, to show
Yeah,
exactly.
that
you reciprocate it.
uh, that I want us to be okay.
Yes.
If it
Right.
Absolutely.
happens to me, I want you to be okay. Just like if it
Mhm.
happens to you, I want to be okay.
Hmm.
That's what
Absolutely.
I would say to somebody who is in that kind of predicament and that question comes up.
And if there are children involved, you have contingent
Hmm.
beneficiaries. You just do it the right way. Make sure everybody's covered and taken care of.
Yeah, especially if there's children
Yes.
That's
involved,
right.
because and you
Hmm.
have children together. You're not even, but you're not married.
Hmm.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that would just be
Hmm.
that would just be
Yeah, even if you didn't have children together,
No,
you know,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's just important
if
to
they're
have
just
the insurance because, like, again, so much is happening. Couples in the cars together
hmm
may not be married, but guess what? That the parents are going to be the ones
hmm
responsible having to
hmm
put you away.
right,
So why put your family in those positions? Why put your kids in those positions? I don't ever want to have
That's
my
right.
children to have to worry about, man, how are we gonna put our mom together?
right,
Or my grandkids, well, trying to struggle to make sure I'm put away properly.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? I would never, ever put my children in those types of positions. Because I tell you what, if something happens to me or my husband,
hmm
the kids know, they know to take care of us,
right,
you know, to put us away properly. It's already done.
hmm
But I wouldn't want them here struggling, trying to raise funds or anything like that, trying to make sure I'm put away.
yeah, and
No,
that's
it's
just the
not. It's
goal of
not
what
fair
we're
to
doing
them.
here, just to make sure that everybody understands that
Yes.
concept.
Mhm.
Just take care of your business so that your loved ones, your significant
Mhm.
others, just make sure everybody's taken care of, so you don't have to go out here and struggle, to
Right.
to,
Right.
to put that person, put that person away,
Absolutely.
hmm
Absolutely. So, life is tough.
yeah, as is, it
It's
is,
tough, tough, tough. Again, like I say, you got the insurance, you have annuities
hmm
that you can look at. Um, don't be afraid to call us, guys. My numbers again is 281-814-7332.
And I'm Barbara Calvert, and my number is 346-243-4011.
And Kim, what's your
Kim,
number? Kimberly.
And my name is Kimberly Hutchison, and my number is 903-724-8451.
Thank you. So yeah, call us. We'll give free consultations. We can look over the policies that you currently have to make sure they haven't expired, or if there's something else that you can get better than what you have. We can do it via Zoom, over the phone.
hmm
We'll even come to where you are. We don't. It's free, 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 free. I always say free is always good.
hmm
Free is always good. You
absolutely.
don't get a free analysis from us about your policy. Come on,
Yep,
who wouldn't want that? Or
absolutely.
even get a policy. Talk to us about getting a policy.
hmm
Get something. Just get
Yeah,
something.
and at least we know we've done our jobs. If we do that policy review and everything's in place, then good.
Right. No
That's
judgment.
that's
We're
that's
in
that's a
a
great thing.
judgment
That's
free
that's what
zone
we're
too.
here to accomplish, to make sure that
Yeah.
everybody has coverage, making that coverage contagious.
Making it contagious
hmm
around the world, around the
hmm
country, around the globe. We want to make sure that
hmm
coverage is contagious, y'all.
Yes.
So again, that's the gist of the show. Let's talk coverage over cocktails, making coverage contagious.
Contagious.
We have shirts also, guys. We have shirts,
hmm
cups.
Sure do.
Shirts and cups.
Let's make
Let's
coverage
contagious.
contagious.
We have cups and everything. So reach out to us if you're interested. Let us know what your thoughts are. Call us. You can give us a call here at the show, 832-560-2885. Just let us know what you're interested in. Let us know if there's something that we can do. If you're government, let me back it up. If you're a government worker out there, work for the state of Texas, teacher, what would we call them?
Public servants.
Correctional officer, public services.
hmm
Let us talk to get with you as well and speak with you about looking at your 401ks, 403bs, and IULs and annuities. So that's what we're
hmm
here for. Let's sit down and do a financial analysis with you to see where you are and
Can
see
you
what
repeat
you
that
could.
number again, Joyce? The show number?
832 560-2885.
885.
That's the show number to call in if you have any questions, or if you have anything that you would like to discuss with us. We're here to answer all your questions. And
I was
it.
trying to wait for you to finish. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say we have, I believe he's already here. He's in my inbox. He's saying, "Am I too late to join?"
No.
His name is Mr. Victor Ruiz. He's the owner of Cowboys. Don't kick me in the head when you see me if I mess your business name up. He's with Cowboys, tacos and hamburgers, something
Ooh,
like
that
that.
sounds good. Is he
Oh.
open now? We're hungry.
Victor, tune in.
Hey, Mr. Victor.
Call in if you want to, my man. This is his company right here. I'm just giving him the
Ooh.
shout out. Cowboys. Cowboys. I'll get the name right in a minute. Victor, go ahead and call in. I was just giving him a quick shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Have mister
Mhm.
Victor give us a call, and I'm sure we can answer his questions
Mhm.
about insurance if there's something that he'd like to ask us.
Mhm.
Cowboys, tacos, and burgers.
Oh,
Oh, that
nice.
sounds great.
He's in Conroe. He's in your neck
Oh,
of the
and
woods.
he's in my hometown.
Conroe.
Okay,
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Conroe.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. This is some of his food right here.
ooh, it looks good.
Victor,
Oh,
we're showing you
man.
off
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh,
Wow.
Wow.
All of us can eat that.
that burger and those fries look fantastic. Yes.
There's some of the tacos. Victor, we're giving you a shout out right now, man. I'd love for you to call in. There's
Ooh, quesadilla looks good. Oh, wow. Is he still open?
He's in my inbox. Let me look at the hours of operation. I'm not sure.
Have him call in. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's another thing that we cover also, like business owners, if
Yes.
they get incentives for for ensuring their staff, their employees.
Yes,
So that's just
absolutely.
another avenue also that we that we
Absolutely.
do as well.
Absolutely. Ooh, that food looks so good. I'm so hungry.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man,
eat
that
all
was
day.
I
amazing.
don't see any. Here we go. Business hours, 8 o'clock. He's closed.
Oh,
Wow.
Monday.
Wow. We'll have to catch him
This is
again.
Friday night.
So yeah, what was I gonna say? Something about annuities, right? So yeah, I was saying if you're a government worker out there working for the state of Texas, city of Houston, Conroe,
Mhm.
Fort Bend County,
Mhm.
all of those entities, give us a call because we want to definitely get with you, do a financial analysis on, just to see where you are financially,
Mhm.
and maybe you can take that 401k and transfer it into an annuity and transfer that, just something that you
Mhm.
can continue to live on, and we can do that. So the first step is again, making sure you take a sit down and figure out with your significant other um, what your goals are, you know, and how you're going to be meeting those goals, and have a conversation with a licensed representative, and we get to understand, what your situation is, and help you reach your goal and protecting your money. So that's so important,
Absolutely.
so important. So, uh, yeah, that's
So Malcolm, are you going to the game tomorrow? It's a big day, big Texan day tomorrow.
I am trying to get there. The way it's looking, I'll probably just get me a 12 pack and sit there and punch it at the house. I was
it's gonna
supposed
be
to go.
cold.
Oh, it's too cold.
It's gonna be cold.
They
Yeah.
probably gonna shut the roof and it'll still be cold. But
Yeah.
that wouldn't stop me. I have two friends who are inviting me to they tailgate.
Oh,
I've never been
wow.
to a tailgate.
Tailgating
Really?
is so much
fun.
fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes,
I've
it's a
never
lot of
been.
fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll have fun with that.
Fun, good food,
A lot of fun.
good conversations. So it's
Fun
awesome.
conversations.
We're
and
big on that in East Texas, Malcolm.
Business cards.
Tailgating, Kim. Y'all are big on tailgating in East
Yes,
Texas.
tailgating is very popular in East Texas. We do a lot of tailgating and we do a lot of trail riding. Mhm.
Oh,
Yep,
and it's
all
that
right.
time too. The time of
Cut
year
the
for
step.
trail
Hey.
rides.
I guess Joyce wouldn't be able to
Yes.
go. It's too cold.
No, I got some gear.
Yeah.
I can put the chaps on. I got chaps at home. I can definitely put the chaps
Oh,
on.
hello.
All right.
I used to live I lived in East Texas for what, about 15, 20 years, Kim? I lived in East Texas for
Yep,
years.
you did.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can I can handle the weather. I just get lazy
I'm
Yep, we
sometimes.
claim her.
out in Palestine though.
Really?
But it
She's
was
one
like
of us.
country area. I don't remember exactly, but it was like a couple of family reunions that I went to out there.
Okay.
You know, they had the little camp things set up.
Yeah, we trail ride and
Oh
we
yeah,
have pepper
a
festivals
lot of
and
fun too.
peanut festivals
A
and
lot of
all that. So we do a lot of things. So yeah.
Mhm.
We do a lot of things. So, y'all, we're nearing down to the end of our show. All of you out there in the listening audience, I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. While we sit here and we have these uncomfortable conversations, and we request that you have those uncomfortable conversations with your family members, so that you can figure out how you're going to obtain insurance, life insurance, or annuities, and things like that. So, again, our gist of our show is to make coverage contagious around the world. So, again, thank you for joining us tonight as we talk coverage over
Coverage over
cocktails.
cocktails.
You know, so join us again next Friday.
Coverage over
Same
cocktails.
time. Same channel.
Yes,
As they say, from
Same
8:30
bad channel.
Friday
Mhm.
from 8:30 to 10:30 on Real Talk Radio 100. As we talk coverage over cocktails, guys. So y'all got anything else to say?
Yeah.
You know,
I just want to thank Malcolm again for this platform, Malcolm and Lisa. You know, it's an opportunity for us to get together and just, you know, casually talk about this thing called insurance, so that we can make sure that everybody out there, you know, within our listening audience, knows and understands that, you know, it's an uncomfortable conversation, but it's a necessary conversation. You know, so we're in the second week of a brand new year. This is just the beginning of this year.
Yep.
So if you don't have coverage, guys, give us a call and we can talk about it. We can talk about, you know, your individual situation, and just make sure that some kind of way that you're getting yourself and your family covered.
Right.
You know, in the event something happens to any of you.
We're working with numerous companies out there with the community for annuities, life insurance policies. So we're unlimited with the different carriers that we can, you know, we can't get you something with one, we'll try another one. And we'll try another one, and we'll try another one. We'll try and try until we get you something
That's
suitable for you. You know.
Absolutely.
You, Kimberly? Kim.
Yes. So as Barbara was saying, can you hear me?
Yes.
As Barbara was saying, this is the second week of this new year, 2024. And if you have made a vision board, or if you have made resolutions to get your business in order this year, start by saying, as I get my business in order, I'm going to get insurance for me and for my loved ones, so that we are protected. I want to protect not only our lives, but I also want to protect my money. So get with us so we can help you with that vision. We'll even have cocktails and talk to you about it.
Yeah, and if you don't drink wine, we can drink coffee with you as well, because we drink coffee over coverage as well.
Your beverage of choice.
Your beverage of water, a glass of wine. Only time I drink a glass of wine is on Friday night. So let me take that line.
I ain't gonna tell you that.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong.
Let me take that line back. But we do, guys. We're here at the station. We do drink coverage over cocktails, you know, speak coverage over cocktails actually, but we drink responsibly.
Yes.
We're not overindulging or anything like that. So just to inform you guys out there in the listening audience who may think otherwise, you know, we're not just overindulging. We have a glass of wine for 2 hours. So it's been 2 hours and I still got my glass.
Just a relaxing conversation.
Yeah.
You know, just to make everybody comfortable about talking about it.
Yeah, talking about it. We have to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We're going to be Club Shay Shay.
Can we talk for a minute?
It's going to be as Cat Williams say, this is going to be the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is, Everybody
Right.
that doesn't have coverage needs to have
Yes,
coverage.
yes, yes.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
need to obtain coverage. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's
Absolutely.
that's what we're talking about. That's the truth of the matter. We
Mhm.
all need coverage.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
We
true.
all need coverage of some sort.
You
Yes.
can never have too much coverage. Just think of just let me say that.
No,
You can have
that's
as many
right.
policies as you want.
Mhm.
Just to get that out there too. You can have as many policies as you want. You can never have enough.
Right. And we're happy to do those policy reviews so that, you understand what you have. And if you don't have enough, we can always assist you in getting,
Right,
additional
right,
coverage.
absolutely. Well, it's our time has ended here, guys. Again, thank
Thank
you
you
out there that
guys
are
for
listening
listening.
in our listening audience. Thank you for joining us tonight as we talk coverage over cocktails. It's our main goal here is to make coverage contagious, get the word out, educate you on the different types of policies, and there's different types of annuities as well. So if you have any questions, again, my name is Joyce Pinchback Schofield. My number is 281-814-7332.
I'm Barbara Harris Calbert. My number is 346-243-4011.
Kimberly,
And
Kim.
I'm the infamous Kimberly Hutchison, and my number is 903-724-8451.
Of course,
Holla
of course,
at your
Veronica
girl.
and Denise was not with us tonight. They're out. I think Veronica's in San Antonio. Denise, I'm not sure, but she's not wasn't able to get with us tonight. So just let the ladies know we miss you guys. We'll see you here next week again as we talk coverage over cocktails. So Malcolm, again, thank you for tonight hosting our show for us and keeping us live and straight
Yes, yes.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Keep us on point.
keeping us on point. And for you in the listening audience out there, Miss Boone, thank you. Diane Russell, thank you. Guilford Easley, thank you. Anthony James, and my sweet little sister Delita Pinchback Martin, thank you for watching as well.
Thank
And
you
shout out
guys.
to all you listening audience out there who's not on my live feed. Thank y'all for tuning in. And my sister from another mother up there in Palestine, Miss Kim. Thank you for joining us, baby girl.
Whoop, whoop,
That's
whoop,
my
whoop. Love y'all.
girl. Love
Love
you
you,
too.
Kim.
And in closing, everybody, I would just
Guys.
like to say that on top of everything that's been said tonight, I would like everybody to make life insurance contagious, just like you make Air Jordans and PlayStations contagious almost every year. Make life insurance
Absolutely.
contagious.
Mhm.
Instead of putting the onus on covering your phone, that iPhone that you love and that Android that you love, get you some life insurance. Get a cheaper phone, or I came across something and I shared this with the ladies already. Instead of going out and concentrating on that brand new car off the lot, go get you a cash car. Go get you a cash car and save on that $700 to $1,000 in car notes and insurance payments. Get you a cash car. That way you don't have to pay that $700 to $1,000 a month on a car note and insurance. You can put that on life insurance and protect your family and become your own bank 5 or 10 years down the road. So that's what I wanted to close the show out with. This has been another edition of Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails. Everybody, all the numbers are on the screen. If you would like to discuss life insurance in a more detailed manner, if some of the things that were discussed tonight went over your head, the phone numbers are on the screen. This has been Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktails, and that is Let's Talk Life Insurance Coverage Over Cocktails. So every Friday night between 8:30 and 10:30, we want you to tune in, same bat channel, same time. And we want you to put that favorite wine, you ladies, put that favorite wine in the freezer at about, I don't know, 2 hours ahead of schedule. And you gentlemen, put your favorite adult beverage, whether it's Hennessy or Grand Marnier or whatever it might be, put it in the freezer about 2 hours, 3 hours before time, and get ready to toast. So let's talk coverage over cocktails. That's all we got tonight as we go out on our jingle. Y'all enjoy the night. And everybody in Houston or South Texas or Central Texas, anybody in Texas or Arkansas or Alabama. What's
Oh,
over there?
Alabama,
Louisiana.
Mississippi, Alabama, Mississippi.
Alabama,
Who's saying
North Carolina, South Carolina.
Y'all,
Beyonce over here. We're
Yes,
saying
Beyonce.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody, get ready for this cold front that's coming through
Oh,
Texas.
it's coming.
It's
You
coming.
guys be safe out there.
I am underdressed severely.
Ooh, it's coming.
Bless your
But
heart.
y'all, I'm gonna wrap up tomorrow and Monday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because we got 20-degree weather coming through here,
Woo!
and these shorts are not gonna get
If you
it. So
tailgating, you better get ready for
I still got my Christmas stuff up in my house.
I took all mine down finally.
so you're gonna turn the heat up.
I
and
have
take
to
that
get a
Christmas stuff
U-Haul.
down.
I got to get a U-Haul to get my stuff out.
That's crazy. Christmas.
I love Christmas.
And on that note, if you are with Miss Joyce, take your Christmas stuff down. Take your Christmas stuff down.
I don't want to.
I've got neighbors that still have their lights on.
I don't want to.
They
It's
still
so
got
pretty.
them
The only thing
Like,
missing is the snow. You know.
on. Well, you
Not
never know
having-
what you're gonna get next week.
Wait,
though.
you never have these
that
funny
cold
thoughts like,
front's coming.
man, my stuff is up in my house. My Christmas looks so wintry, so Christmassy. What if I have some snow just come in the house?
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, girl. There's no telling what we're gonna get next week.
I love this show. I love this show and I love these ladies and I want y'all to love this show and love these ladies as well. Tune in next week on Let's Talk Coverage with Cocktails. We're out of here for tonight. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good
Thank you, Mom.
night.
From Conroe, Mr. Edith.
I was listening.
Hey, let me get you a video. Oh, look. Okay, good. You have to look at my oh, this is what it is. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna have to look at the. I can't think. I have to look at the cover. I guess. Everything's got a annuity in it.
Yeah, but you come out to the house and talk.
All right. Good night, everybody. If you're
Good night.
I see people are just now tuning in. That's okay. Go back and watch the replay and comment. And if you have any questions about anything the ladies discussed tonight, the numbers are on the screen. The numbers are on the screen for you to call and get more information about life insurance, protecting your families, and becoming your own bank on the Let's Talk Coverage Over Cocktail show. Y'all tune in next Friday night at 8:30.
They talk about
to 10:30.
The
We'll see y'all.
from 2020 to now.
What?
Mhm.
I'm gonna call tomorrow.